earlier this week, it was announced that a new committee is going to be formed to look at creating new and historical markers and place names or removing and renaming existing ones in Winnipeg. How do you feel about the committee?
Well, first of all, we really need to look at the realities that the changing of the markers or renaming does not change the history of what really happened here in Winnipeg, and especially to the Métis people of Winnipeg.
MMF President Shar Tran recently argued against erasing the colonial history of Canada. Just what you'd said, taking down these markers doesn't erase what happened. Can you talk about the conversations that happened around the MMF cabinet table on this topic?
Well, thank you very much. We did have a really good discussion, and at the end, the majority and all of us have decided that it's more important to keep the information, the names of the people there on the buildings and on the street, as a reminder it gives us an opportunity to really tell us our story as to what happened here in Winnipeg, and explain why through the reign of terror, through these dark years, why it pushed the Métis into hiding, and why we've lost a lot of our land and our heritage because of that process.
So you think some of these statues and markers are kind of teachable moments when you come across them, you can have those conversations. That's right?
That's correct. So it's more important to remember that of what happened in history, and to give us an opportunity to educate and to not repeat history. By removing it, we're really concerned that it doesn't take away the pain and the suffering that's occurred. The fact that Wolseley and his men had free reign and caused so much terror by hunting us down and killing and raping and pillaging is some realities. But at the end of the day, removing the name from site does not take away the actual history of what happened to us.
Do you think that there are some statues or names that just have to be gone?
No, because again, this is history, and of course history is always written with the air of the victor. What's more important is to understand why it happened, and not to repeat that we need to be more respectful of and accepting of each other. And this is a bigger issue that we need to address.
Last question for you. I know our mayor, of course, Brian Bowman, is Métis here in Winnipeg. One of the monuments that he said particularly rubs him the wrong way is the volunteer memorial that's near City Hall. It has all the names of non-Indigenous men who fought in the rebellion here in 1885, slaughtered multiple Métis people. He said that, that's one that kind of bothers him. Do you think that something like that, I mean, your position is that those things remain and we discuss them. Do you think something like that should have kind of an addendum maybe put up too that goes along with it, that explains that to people?
Well, not so much an addendum. I think what we're really needing to do is focus on the other side of the story and recognize all the good work and the realities of our what the Métis have brought to Winnipeg, and the fact that we were very accepting and of many people, and that still is true today.
Well, I thank you for taking the time out of your afternoon to chat with us about this.
Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
You too.